Good evening, everyone. My name is Lauren Pike, and today I will be sharing an update on the DPA Helper. So, the DPA Helper was originally created to be an asset to an in school program teaching kids about public speaking and how to write a speech, and then also as an assistive device for older students who've been doing the competition for a few years who are ready to start competing in the portfolio aspect of the competition. So, to begin, we have two main functions. The first being the speech assistant, where users can input information and help generate their own speech outline. And the second feature being this portfolio builder that allows kids to record a new activity, view their portfolio, or even look at some example portfolios to get some ideas. So for this iteration of the project, one thing that I really wanted to look at was the homepage. So during some of my user testing, one of the big things I found was that people had no idea what these random three little sections down here did that said 4 through 6, 7 through 8, and 9 through 12. So this section originally just kind of floated there. It looked a little awkward. And so I was excited to be able to add some text that I think really highlights what this section is for. So the text reads, select the participant's grade level below. For more details on district project achievement, please note these links take you to the official Georgia 4-H website for details on contest rules and guidelines. So if you click on any of these, they will take you straight to the official Georgia 4-H webpage where people can find anything they could need for the contest. So just kind of a general, here's what DPA is kind of section. Now, for our speech assistant page, one improvement that I have really been excited about for this project is getting all of my submit buttons to be the same font and shade of green. So that seems like a really small thing. A lot of people have actually overlooked it in working on this, but because of the way I had to purchase a couple different plugins, not all of my buttons were the exact same on the forms. And so I was really excited to be able to get those a little bit more symmetrical. And then I also added some captions just for people who might be looking at some of these other resources. Again, just to prevent any confusion, let me click on this and figure out what it is, just to better kind of label some of the parts. Moving on to the portfolio builder. This section was already labeled fairly well, but one thing in my user testing that really stuck out, it was the number one issue I found in my user testing, was that people found how to enter a new portfolio item, and they knew to navigate to the portfolio by going back to this page and clicking on View Portfolio. However, one thing that was super important to me in creating this page was that people could go in and submit hundreds of things if they needed to and easily get to their portfolio without having to click through 100 different things. For that reason, I created, and I'll even show here, once I enter something, it allows me to hit submit. And then I know it's gone through because it allows me to now enter another event. So this was important to me so that youth that might want to sit down and enter a week or a month's worth of activities are able to sit down and do that without having to re-navigate to the page each time. But in addition to that, I really wanted to highlight that you can click right here at the very top, right where it appears after you've entered it, and go straight to your portfolio. So again, you can see this is the one I just put in. This takes you to a live functioning portfolio for that individual. But the big thing was previously it was just a link. It was just some text that said, click here to view your portfolio. It wasn't a button. It wasn't anything like that. And almost every single user that tested the website completely looked over it. So I was very excited to add this. I wanted it to look a little bit different than my submit buttons on purpose so that people wouldn't think, oh, let me type all of this out, skip this submit button and click up here. I'm hoping that the different font color and the different shape kind of lets users realize it may not be the exact same function. So overall, while some of these things seem like really small tweaks to the website, I think overall they're going to make a huge impact in user accessibility and just the overall function of the website. And moving forward, I think one of the things I would really like to do with this website is again take a look at the export function of the portfolio and just see what I can do with that, what I can play around with it, and then just continue to clean up the back end and some other things. Thank you so much.